Hello viewers and welcome back to our channel. Are you one of those who think that love is uncontrollable? Do you think there is no possibility if someone doesn't fall in love with you right away? Do you think it's hard to compel someone to fall wildly in love with you? You probably believe in luck and fate if you said yes to the question. It's alright. Many of the folks do. The majority of people think that love is something that cannot be altered, and they also think that love cannot be controlled. That's where they are wrong. In-depth studies conducted over the years have shown that you can in fact control love. The strength of the mind can do everything. It all comes down to understanding the proper way to use your intellect. You see, love is much like the other psychological feelings you could encounter every day, such as fear, stress, jealousy, self-pity, and anxiety. All of these emotions are controllable, and as love is one of the psychological emotions, it is also controllable. Love is just as simple to regulate as fear, enthusiasm, stress, etc. What we have been trained to think is where the real issue resides. Over the years, we've been conditioned to think that love just happens. It is subject to fate. However, the truth is far different. Anyone may fall in love with you and never look back only if you have the correct knowledge of the psychology of love. Now, nothing is perfect, so this won't always work 100%, but you'll greatly increase your odds. Why wouldn't you try if you could increase the likelihood that someone would fall in love with you truly? How we fall in love and its underlying psychology. You need to look at the psychological aspect of things before even considering learning how to make someone fall head over heels for you. No, it has nothing to do with magic powders and late-night chanting sessions under the stars. Everyone you know, including yourself, has a mental checklist that is kept in the back of their minds. There are certain requirements on this list that your possible love interest must satisfy in order for you to develop feelings for them. This list is known by psychologists as a love map. You instantly rule someone out as a likely love interest if they don't fit one or more of these criteria. Instead, they'll probably stay your friend. Because of this, you only fall in love with one person while others remain just friends. Naturally, everyone has a varied and distinctive checklist. The things on your list can depend on your prior connections, values, beliefs, previous experiences, and background, etc. This is another explanation for why your buddy could fall in love with someone you would ordinarily dismiss as unexceptional. This individual fits your friend's particular love map, not yours. Calculating matches to determine if a person meets our checklist is not something we do consciously. We do it subconsciously, without giving it any thought. Because of this, many people consider love to be a mysterious phenomenon, and attribute its occurrence to personal fate. It was actually your subconscious that was silently determining whether the individual matched your checklist or not. It had nothing to do with fate. The reality is that if you can learn to become more mindful of the precise criteria that your subconscious mind uses, you'll be able to rapidly identify why you are attracted to some people and not others. You can only fall in love with someone if they meet the majority of your requirements, which are often the most significant items on your list of requirements. Then, to guarantee that you meet them and have a healthy relationship with them, your subconscious will assist you in continuing to be in love with that person. It's generally quite challenging to forget a person you're in love with, even years after you've split from them, since your subconscious connected itself to this particular individual in such a beautiful way. Isn't that marvelous? Now let's dive into what you all are waiting for. How to trick someone's mind into loving you back. 1. Fulfilling the various requirements. Each of us has a mental image of love map. All of the fundamental requirements that we set before we ever consider falling in love with someone are included in this list. Although it's not a guarantee that if someone satisfies these requirements, we'll fall in love with them. It's nearly clear that we won't if they don't. These requirements can state that the person must love dogs, must be active, must be educated, and so on. Do some research first before attempting to charm anyone. Learn as much as you can about their hobbies and background. The more you know, the better. Then make an effort to suit their requirements as well. Don't be selfish. 2. Provide for their unmet needs. When individuals are seeking for a new partner, they strive to find someone who is in many ways similar to them. They seek out the opposite of their own errors, as well as their own unique strengths in them. For instance, a person who is brilliant but has a tendency to feel inferior may seek out a partner who is equally smart. But instead of seeking inferiority, they will want confidence to help establish a better balance. In such a case, making yourself seem confident to the individual who has such a complex would be quite good at making them feel love for you. You would be subtly conveying to them, "I've got what you need," when you put on this face.
Moving on. 3. How hard do you try? Many individuals frequently question if persistence and relentless pursuit are effective. It's very likely that pursuing will succeed if the person you're after is externally dependent. Being externally dependent refers to relying on something or someone to improve one's mood or get one out of a difficult situation. If someone fits this description, chances are good that they'll seize any chance to start a new connection. The likelihood of making the person fall in love with you is substantially higher in this situation. In other words, there is a higher likelihood that someone may fall in love with you more quickly if they are more vulnerable and in need of care and love.
4. Make use of your common friends. If you and your heart's desire share pals, you must and should take advantage of this. This is mostly due to the fact that the subconscious can be trained more easily when reliable sources, like friends, support what is being stored into them. The likelihood is that they will concur if their friends think highly of you. Most likely, they'll concur if their buddies think you're a moron. In a way, it's a subtle type of brainwashing since the more your mutual friends speak to that person about how fantastic you are, the more likely it is that they will remember you. 5. Rewire their brain manually. You are more likely to trick someone into believing a certain idea if you say that thing to them often. Why? Simple, ongoing repetition has a powerful impact on the subconscious mind's ability to accept anything. This in no way permits you to phone them every 10 minutes. Doing so will effectively frighten them away. Reminding them of your presence in a subtle way will allow you to effortlessly use their minds. Stay in their line of sight and let them see you as much as you can. It doesn't matter if you talk much or not. As long as you remain in their line of sight, you can make a position for yourself in their mind. 6. Associate yourself with positive things. What is likely to be the first thought that people have upon hearing your name in a crowd? What do people think of you? Do they see someone who is strong-willed, happy, or confident, or something less positive like needy, creepy, or unclean? The more positively you present yourself to others, the more favorably they will see you. It doesn't matter who you are. We all have our flaws. It is how others see you that matters, and you will just want people to think well of you. Lastly, I want to say before you attract a partner, you must first learn to love yourself. Imagine yourself to be the top prize because to the right person, you are just that. And that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give this a like, comment, and subscribe.